Drag queens are the Marines of the queer movement.
I'm coming back for you, baby. I'm coming back for you.
The Army's not the Army anymore. It's better than it's ever been before. They've got a lot of hostesses, the gals are really cuties, and entertaining these co-eds is part of your regular duties. Oh, the Army's not the Army anymore. No, the Army's not the Army anymore.
I'm transgender. I'm a respected professional in Albuquerque. I'm a mother.
Leave the presence of a fool, for there you do not meet words of knowledge.
You touched on something. You said something earlier that for you, when somebody calls you a man, it doesn't faze you because, you just know that you're a man. That was interesting to me because I feel the same way about my identity as a woman.
The wise lay up knowledge, but the mouth of a fool brings ruin near.
You've asserted that no one would ever see me as a woman, that nobody would ever see or could see a transgender person as a woman, and yet I have dozens of friends from diverse backgrounds, women from the reservation, a woman from Japan, several immigrant women. I have my coworkers, I have my boss, my VP, my CEO, all respecting me as a woman. My family, my long-term friends who are actually here with me. All of these people assure me, I'm a woman. They'll tell me, girl, there is no way you are a man.
The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but a wise man listens to advice.
So the question,
Okay.
how can you assert that nobody would ever see me as a woman when my material experience tells me you're wrong?
Okay. I don't believe I said that no one would ever see you as a woman. I mean, it's possible, I suppose, that you could fool someone. And so I'm going to say you wouldn't fool me at all. I mean, I see a man 100%. You've brought your identity on the table for discussion. So how do you know that you're a woman?
Hearing somebody describe things blew my mind. To hear somebody so eloquently and precisely describe things that I had experiences
What
that
was
I
the
had
description?
experienced.
What did they say?
Okay, so I am honestly hesitant. I know that you touched earlier about the difficulty that transgender women might have in describing their identity, but I want to state, I honestly don't feel that you would engage in this conversation in good faith.
Truthful lips endure forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment.
Then why are
And
you here?
so-
Why did you stand up to talk to me if you don't want to have a conversation? You're saying that you discovered that you're a woman. I'm asking you how you did. That's a very fair question.
Okay.
How do you know that you're a woman?
That's fine. All right. So first of all, listening to transgender people, things like looking at yourself in the mirror and not recognizing yourself, hearing compliments like you are such an example, like a positive masculine role model, and just hearing that and being like, it feels like they're talking about somebody else. It means feeling alone, even when you're surrounded by guys, even when you have a lot of friends, and yet I never felt like I belonged. I felt welcome and
But
included.
why does that make you a woman? Or a man who doesn't feel at home totally in his body, which, by the way, is a pretty universal human experience. Everybody goes through it at one time or another. So in what way does that make you a woman? Because trans women are women, you would say, right?
I would say that, yeah.
Exactly the same?
Yes.
Okay, well then why do you need to hear the testimony of trans, quote unquote, trans women? Like how you pick any actual woman in this room? In what way do you know that you belong in the same category as them?
I know because they tell me.
A fool takes no pleasure in understanding, but only in expressing his opinion.
You need them to tell you what you are?
Women. Yes. I trust the opinions of the women around me.
If most women voted and said they don't see you as a woman, would you say I'm not a woman anymore?
If who?
If most women voted and said they don't see you as a woman anymore, would you then relent and say I'm not a woman?
I would say most people on the planet have no idea who I am.
But you are relying on other people to tell you who you are, is what we're establishing.
For context, I know you like to say, everybody's rah-rahing and supporting transgender people, and yet they're still killing themselves, etc. But how can I put out legislation here in New Mexico, my home state I grew up in, to try to reverse transgenderism? I'm not safe.
Answer not a fool according to his folly, lest you be like him yourself.
And it
How are you
wasn't...
not safe? You just said you're standing in a room with people who disagree with you, and you're perfectly fine. So how are you not safe?
Answer a fool according to his folly, lest he be wise in his own eyes.
We're going round and round. We'll end with this, because we're talking about womanhood. So people can probably shout out the question I'm going to ask you right now.
Okay.
But you know that you're a woman.
Yes.
What is that?
So gender is a social thing. It only
I don't want
makes
to hear
sense.
that. What is a woman? What is a woman?
What is a woman?
The word woman, define in the dictionary. Go.
A woman is somebody who is included and respected and seen and participates in society, recognized by other women.
But a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised,